Now the Tychos. I have no clue.
Train, 16 coaches long.
Now you see why. I looked online. There's a couple of people that modify these, and they say there's two different types, and you can't modify some, but it looks like what they're doing is they cut the whole coupler off, and then they make these boxes and glue the boxes on the car like the other ones that work really well. So I'm going to take these Tychos here and put them to the side for right now. I'm back to where I started. These 4 cars. To modify this to work with the coupler, I don't know. I don't know what it's. You dig into this, you dig into these packs, and you find all these little gizmo parts like this. And you find stuff and you build something and you try to make one of those boxes to work, and you glue it on, I guess. Gluing on is the way to go, I guess. I don't know. I think that's just going to sit here for looks because there's nothing else I could do with it anyway. These Bachmann cars seem to be a little more heavy and a little bit better built, and but the truck part and the coupler is built together, unlike the other ones. So I'm gonna have to, I think I'm gonna cut those off and mount the boxes on the car itself. If you guys can give me some insight before I start cutting and gluing, I'm just not gonna mess with these 4 cars here right now, or the Tychos, until you guys see this and see my dilemma. I don't know the right way to do this, and there, you know what? If it works, it must be a right way. So I don't know whether I want to cut those off and mount those boxes separate, and then I guess you're gonna have to space them down a little bit because there's a gap between there and there. So that's where I'm back at again. So I'm trying to get some rolling stock to work. So I have a bunch of cars. Voila. So I take this engine, this new engine that I know is good, with good couplers, and I got all new couplers on all of my trains. Got all new metal wheels on all my cars. And this is all my cars. I don't have a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those, and I got 3 back there. That's really all I have operable right now. So I figure I'm gonna put these trains together. My grandson wants to see this train pull this thing around. And then I learned another problem. I thought it was tough taking the steam train around this course with 3 cars without something derailing or coming off. Every time I added a car to this thing, it got worse. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe somebody can give me an idea. I'm looking at the weights of these things. Maybe these are too light, because it looks like it's doing some kind of whip action where when it goes around the corner, the engine's pulling, but the tail's pulling too because of the weight on it, and everything in between wants to pull off the track on the corners. Don't know. What do I do? Add more weight? I don't know. Or do I just not run that many cars? I'm trying to find out from you guys exactly where to go on this. And you know what? If in the comments, if somebody could put something down there, some ideas, then maybe somebody else down the road, because I thought, being the noob that I am, and I'm not trying to tell anybody else how to do this, being the noob that I am, that I was going to buy a nice engine. I was going to buy some cars, and I was going to hook them together, and this thing was going to go around here flawless. Ain't been the case. Ain't been the case at all. So I'm going to run each one of these cars individually behind that engine, one at a time, and I'm going to see if there is some problem children in here, and I will take them out of the equation. I'm going to take notes, put little stickers on them, and every time it comes off whichever end, I'm going to do whatever I have to do to try to figure out the problem children in here, and then isolate them that way. That's all I could think to do right now. But this saga of wheels and couplers, you know, I started from nothing. You guys have been in this for a while. It's, you know, you've been around it for a while. You've got a clue, and you haven't had to do it. But when you have to do them all at one time, it wasn't no fun. It wasn't no fun at all. Okay, let me run this thing around a little bit. Okay, that one, the back truck's off. That one, the front truck's off. And they're getting worse. The back truck's off there. I don't know. Is that what you guys do? Do you go 30 seconds and then fix your cars? 30. The ones I've seen in these places, these things just run and run and run, and nobody's out there. Nobody's fixing wheels. Nobody's doing anything. It's got to be part of the tracks issue, or the other thing I'm thinking is it may be weight issue. I may need to put more weight in it. Maybe that's too long a train. I don't know. All I know is that something is pulling, and it looks like a whip action, that this is pulling here, and because there's weight back here, everything else is being pulled toward the inside of this curve, between straight line between your front and your back. That's what it appears to me. I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just check each individual car behind the engine, and I'll evaluate each car individually. If I know it works individually around this track over and over and over again, left and right and back and forward, then individually they're fine. It's the group that's the problem. Then I hope it's not like the other one where the 93 car could never be in that position over there because it doesn't work there. It had to be in this position here. I really hope that's not the case. So I'm going to go into just testing each individual car. I don't know what to do. If you guys have some ideas, and it would be appreciated. Well, I know you guys, you're in for a good laugh here, but this is how I elected to do it. I know that train right there will go around this track at 28 speed setting and not have any issues. So what I did was I ran all the cars. I ran all the cars one at a time behind that engine at half, at 50%, and about 80, about a speed setting at 14 and another one at 20. And I would flip the car around both directions. Out of all the cars, these are the cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars with the green dots work on this track flawlessly. They do not come off. I also had another car here that actually worked pretty well by itself. All the ones with red dots, they wouldn't go around this track for some reason or another. And I put dots on the side of the trucks that gave trouble. So I know it's all happening on this side, this side, this side, and the things are just pulling. You know, they're just not staying on the track. This side wouldn't stay on the track. This side, either side, that thing just kept pulling off both sides. So I don't know. There's got to be something wrong with the trucks or tires or something. I'm gonna have these red dot ones are gonna have to wait for now until I can troubleshoot them. So okay, where does that leave me? Well, this is my conclusion. If you look at the train now, that's new. That's new. That's new. Out of all the ones that I've bought, 3 of the 7 are new. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the used ones that I bought that'll actually run with no problems, no flaws. And the other ones that I bought, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of the ones that I bought and put money into will not work for some reason or another. I have to work the issues out of them. Now, should have just bought some more $14 ones. Now, if you have a lot of time on your hand and you just enjoy playing with these things and figuring things out for hours and hours, like today I've been out here for probably 3.5 hours playing with this. If you got a lot of time on your hands or whatever, I just want some trains to play on this track that are reliable, that I can stick on and my grandson can watch them and I can go in the house and come back and they're still working. That's what I would like. I don't want to have to put these on and every 5 minutes be derailed, and it's frustrating for him and me because they don't work, and I have to be out here constantly to watch it. My opinion. Well, what I do different? Buy new ones. And, you know, we're going to work the problems out of these anyway, just because I guess I have time. Okay. Thanks for watching.